Hello, Dan back with the Saltwood Patrol. Just looks like we're 1-0 in this league with the Grixis Tower deck, so let's go ahead and join match. We won the die roll. Yes, please. Oh, this hand's kind of sketchy. On the draw, I think I'd be a little more tempted to keep. As it is on the play, this hand has too many threes. I think I'm going to mulligan it. Unless turn 2 Harness Lightning is going to win us the game. This hand's... Oh, how unlucky. Our opponent decided to keep his hand. Super doo-doo. So, I think I'm going to keep this. Depending on what's on top will depend on whether or not we play Evolving Wilds or Sunken Hollow. Aether Hub can go straight to the bottom. We're just going to go ahead and play this Evolving Wilds here. The plan is to get a mountain, and then we can go island and hold up shock. Oh, looks like another black-green deck. So many of those. Crack this for a mountain. Well, that's a very nice draw. Depending on how this game progresses, if we're able to get the Dynavolt Tower down, because we're on the play, if we're able to get down Dynavolt Tower and then untap into Shock plus Disallow, oh, it looks like we're playing against a Marvel or a Saheeli combo deck. Well, this is going to go, hopefully, well for us. We even drew the basic Swamp. I'm going to play Dynavolt Tower here because it allows our next turn to be reasonably explosive. Oh, main deck, oh, Anticipate. That would have been really, just kind of kicking the crotch if that was a negate. That would have just kind of sucked. Negate in their blue-green deck. We're probably playing against the bug deck. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't think that they were a Aether Hub deck. Oh, we're playing against some kind of Teamer Energy. Apparently Andrew says this is a deck. I don't know. I don't play enough Standard. Okay, so like Whirler Virtuosos, and I'm assuming that guy that draws cards, he seems good. Yep, that one. So they're not playing spells? Like, what do they play counter magic wise? I'm not familiar. Like, I'm assuming they play a couple of negates or something? Do they play disallows? Okay, so they're just basically a creature-based deck that uses Dynavolt Tower for the excess energy. Oh, well that's really interesting. I'm not going to shock here, because I'm assuming they're playing Rogue Refiner, so I would just like to keep holding up these disallows, and just keep making my land drops. Hopefully, because I think I'm the control deck in this matchup, we'll see how it progresses, but I would like to see if I can leverage my mana against them. Yeah, probably not going to counter this because I mean they're going to go up the lightning bolt energy, but it's going to take 7 lightning bolts to kill us, and I mean if they're just going to attune, I'm not going to be upset. I'm more worried about the chip shot damage they're going to get with their creatures. I'm going to kind of treat this matchup like you do Burn and Eternal formats, where you let their spells do some work, but you don't really let their creatures kill you. I don't know if that's correct or not, but seeing as I don't really play Standard all that much, that's how I'm going to treat this. Be nice to draw a Glimmer or a land here. Don't really need any business. I mean, double Disallow and Shock are probably going to be good enough. I mean, joke's on them. They're probably not lightning bolting anything relevant. Well, Harness Lightning's sweet. They have to play something first. My assumption is that their hand is just Whirler Virtuosos and the such. Unless they're just holding on to like 2 more towers and a bunch of negates. In which case we probably lose anyways. Yeah, there's just a lot of draw go. I'm going to try and jam the tower, I think. Because I have Disallow. So even if they do have like double counter spell, we can sort of fight. I'm going to tap one of each. It'll leave up like maximum colors. Yeah, so if that's a bait spell, that's really good. But I am going to go ahead and disallow this. And like I said, if it's a bait spell, we'll just get blown the bleep out here. I mean, letting them untap is probably a poor idea because they might just go Aetherworks, Marvel, spin, wheel, go. But that's I guess, a price I'm willing to pay here. Void Shatter, okay. Which one are they Void Shattering is the question. Okay, so they're Void Shattering to disallow. They want a Glimmer. That'll put them up to 2 Lightning Bolts. Okay. So we get to resolve our Dynavolt Tower, which is hopefully good enough. We have Shock where we can just kind of go nuts with it. Yeah, that's... Well, next time they do that, I'm just going to auto-yield. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, Glimmer's fine. I mean, I'm tapped out. I can't do anything about it. Yeah. Gonna go up to 10 energy. They went... Bottom... That's unfortunate. 7 cards still. Well, hit a land. There's an Aether Hub. So, my assumption is that their first 3 creatures are dying and their next relevant spells hopefully getting countered by this disallow. By the way, Andrew, they play Void Shattered. Yeah, you could have mentioned that. I probably wouldn't have taken that line if I knew they played 3-mana counter spells. Yeah. Void Shadow was real good. Third Glimmer? Oh, Rogue Refiner. I think I'm going to let him keep it, or resolve it, I should say, because they already have 1,000,000 energy. And 7 cards in hand, so like the difference is negligible at this point, I feel. Besides, we have this To the Slaughter I'd kind of like to unload. Ooh, never mind, we're not unloading it. We are going to shock the you-know-what out of that. Get a bajillion energy. And by a bajillion, I mean 4. Always auto-yield from cards. Yeah, that one. That seems good. I'll untap. There's an Evolving Wilds. Yeah, they have 7 cards versus our 3, and they have 2 Lightning Bolts. So, they don't seem like a control... Well, they seem like a controlling deck, but not really a control deck. Yeah, this is just going to go ahead and get disallowed, and we'll just, lose to Void Shatter again. Yep. Yep. I don't think... This game's not looking good for us, guys. There. Yeah. They have a lot of lightning bolts over there. I think the biggest difference is that they've seen Double Glimmer and Anticipate, and we haven't drawn any card draw spells, which I think are the most relevant card. The most relevant card in this format, I believe, or in this matchup, is probably whoever draws the most Dynavolt Towers. They play more, so I'm assuming it'll always be them. I didn't crack Evolving Wilds there because I would still like to draw a couple more lands, seeing as that they're kind of like... I mean, they have 9 lands versus our 8. So they have more lands than we do. So I just kind of like to... I'd kind of like to keep as much parity as I can, at least for now, as far as mana goes. And letting myself hopefully have the ability to draw another land. It's fine. I mean, we have 11 energy, but I have no real plans of using it. They probably just have a bunch of creatures and just assume we have a bunch of removal. Hopefully they'll just animate their manland and walk into this To the Slaughter. Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot we can do. Yep. Yeah. We'll let that resolve. We'll Try and Torrential Gear Hulk, Shock, end of turn, possibly. Yep. Leaving up another Void Shatter. They probably have it, so there is that. We'll go ahead and get an island, or a mountain. I guess it doesn't really matter. So we're not really winning this race with the energy. They actually have us like dead on board. So what we're going to try and do... No, they actually have us dead right now, right? Yeah. Yeah, they have us dead right now. So they're playing Void Shatter, so that makes Ceremonious Rejection good. Also going to bring in one Dispel, I think, at least on the play. I'm going to cut a Shock, and I don't think Harness Lightning's that good in this matchup. I'm going to bring in the To the Slaughter, because I saw the man land, and I really don't want to have to deal with that. I'm going to cut all but one of the Unlicensed Integrations. They might board in another creature. Radiant Flames also seems pretty medium. Chandra seems fine. I think we'll bring in the Shock. Hitting them in the face seems good. The question is, do we bring... I don't think we bring in Painful Truce, seeing as that they're trying to kill us with Dynavolt Tower. Painful Truce doesn't actually help that game plan all that much. I guess maybe leaving in a Harness Lightning, but I feel like we already have too much removal as it is. I have this other problem where the desk I was sitting at just kind of broke on me, so... I have 60 cards here, so I think we'll just run with this. Unless we want to cut another something for another something. But I don't think we do. We probably want this negate, actually. Over, okay, here comes the handyman to fix this for me. Thank you, Andrew. It fell. I went to go move the mouse, and it fell. So... Oh, it just actually broke? Okay, is there a way to retrieve the mouse? I'm going to pause the video real quick. We'll be back in a sec, guys.